What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Cam ATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment anything in the comment section and enter your name into the $50 giveaway that I do every single week on this channel. Welcome in, PropsMadeEasy.com, the greatest advanced data-driven tools to help you have success in your player prop betting, bringing up that plus EV plus projection model to help change the game. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Yesterday, the NFL tool was added, so we're going to go over a few in every video up until the day it comes. But we're going to look at it, we're going to start there, and then we're going to move on to baseball and so on and so forth. PropsMadeEasy.com, not only is it advanced data driven tools, right, to help you have success with the plus EV plus projection model. But it's also like a social media platform. You can gain followers, you chat in the PME chat with other members, all that good stuff. So definitely check it out if you haven't joined yet, especially before NFL starts. I made the NFL Week 1 video and posted it on this channel last night just to get it out because of how quickly lines are going to move. But we'll talk about it in this video too. So let's get straight into it. NFL. Here we go. As always, and as anything that we have solid projections on, we're going to have plus EV plus projection. All right. Now, immediately when we get on here, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's click EV plus projection and let's look at the best possible options that we have for this first slate of the year. All right. So, what's on the board and available to us right now? Here are the options we have. At the very top of the list, Daniel Jones sticks out to me for his passing yards at 195.5 on Prizepicks, 197.5 elsewhere, 2 sportsbook differential. Okay, we have him projected at 215.4, a 19.9 projection differential. Here's the thing. Daniel Jones is at home, an underdog, which always signifies that he's going to have to throw to keep this game competitive. I wouldn't be surprised to see Dallas be even bigger of a have it a bigger spread than only the 3.5 I think it is for Vegas. So yeah, I think Daniel Jones, and I think the game script for New York's going to have to be to throw, and I think he's going to do that. 195.5 feels a little low for that game script. Sportsbook difference 2, projection difference 19.9. Definitely get those in, plus EV plus projection. Trevor Lawrence is next up with his passing yards, 243.5 on Prizepicks, 245.5 on other sportsbooks. That's a 2-point sportsbook differential. Projection of 262. That's an 18.5 projection differential for Trevor Lawrence, making him the second highest plus EV plus projection play on the entire slate. All right, let's talk a receiver and let's talk a rusher that are popping. The best receiver is going to be Travis Kelsey. Prize Picks is at 77.5. Other sportsbooks have him at 78.5, so that's a 1 sportsbook differential. 82.8 is his projection, 5.3 projection differential. Kansas City got rid of some receivers over the offseason. They don't have a ton of weapons. Travis Kelsey is that guy. And Patrick Mahomes is projected to throw for 312.7 yards. So Travis Kelsey's going to be a huge part of that. Expect him to clear that 77.5 for sure. And then the highest rushing yards plus EV plus projection is going to be Isaiah Pacheco for his rushing yards. 57.5 on Prizepicks, 58.5 elsewhere. That's a 1 sportsbook differential. 59.3 is the projection, a 1.8 projection differential. So not huge. Not huge numbers how you're seeing these guys up here, but it's still a plus EV plus projection play. So it's fantastic. Now, I do want to make it known, if you uncheck this, and you sort by projection differential, you do still have options that aren't plus EV plus projection that are plus projection. Okay? Now, the sports books are kind of on the same page when it comes to Justin Fields. They all have him at 165.5. Our projection model has him at 193.3. Expecting him to do a lot more with his arm this season. He had a great preseason, the small showing that we've seen him. 27.8 projection differential from where he's projected and where PrizePicks has him listed. I love Justin Fields over 165.5. Love it. He's popping incredibly hard. Yes, sportsbooks not plus EV because sportsbooks are on the same line as what Justin Fields is. So there's no plus EV on this one, but you can get the plus projection. And this tells me as well that Justin Fields' line will probably be bumped up as we get closer to the start of the season. So it's great value to grab him now before the sportsbook starts adjusting and stuff like that. So great spot for Justin Fields. I just wanted to talk about him and make it known that just because they're not plus EV plus projection, you do still have plus projection options on the tool if you uncheck EV and plus projection. The biggest under is going to be Josh Allen. Passing yards is at 267.5. We have him at 247.7, a minus 19.8 differential for Josh Allen. So definitely utilize the NFL tool. More will be added as time goes on. Obviously, the best possible options would be to go to plus EV plus projection guys. Go guys where there's a sportsbook differential and a projection differential. But if you want to take advantage of some of those huge discrepancies on the projection differentials as well, do it. Like I love Justin Fields. I think that's a great spot for him. MLB. All right, let's take a look at what we have available to us for MLB so far. We don't have a ton, but we can talk about a few. Total bases at the top of the list, we have Mickey Moniak. We swept baseball yesterday, by the way. Mickey Moniak has total bases line of 0.5. Vegas likes the over at minus 135, making it plus EV on the over. And then we have him projected at 1.39, a 0.89 differential. So I love Mickey Moniak for his over total bases. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah, let's go ahead and go with Grayson Rodriguez's pitcher strikeouts. Prop line's at 6. Vegas has the line at 5.5. Yes, the money's on the over 5.5, but the Vegas line in general is at 5.5. So that's a EV on the under 6. 5.09 projection. So we have it, under that 5.5. A minus 0.91 differential. So Grayson Rodriguez under 6 pitcher strikeouts. He needs 7 to kill us. I don't see it. I think Toronto's able to get to him a little bit here. He's been solid, but I think Toronto's able to get to him a little bit, and we're able to keep that under that 6. So Grayson Rodriguez under 6 pitcher strikeouts, and then Mickey Moniak over 0.5 total bases are the two baseballs that I like the most. Now, when looking at first inning runs, we got some good overs. We got 4 that are great overs. We have Colorado Rockies and the Rays, Nationals and the Yankees as the top 2 overs. And then we have Miami Marlins and Padres. And then we have Blue Jays and Orioles as the best unders. Csgo. Taking a look at Csgo, we have a few options that stick out. J-Dubs for reason. Map 1 and 2 kills. Prizepicks lines at 30. Other sportsbooks have him at 34.5. That's a 4.5 sportsbook differential. A 5.5 projection differential. Projected at 35.5. So really like the projections closer to the sportsbook line than it is to Prizepicks. So definitely like the over for J-Dubs for reason. Map 1 and 2 kills. Next spot we're going to go with is, let's see what we have here. Any good unders? We can grab the under for Swisher for M80, map 1 and 2 kills. Prizepicks has him at 42. Sportsbook lines have him at 40.5. A minus 1.5 sportsbook differential. He's projected right around where other sportsbooks have him at 40.23. A minus 1.77 differential. So under on Swisher from M80. And then we're going over on... Actually, there's some better options up here. Look at this. And let's go over on the Dane Joris. Dane Joris for reason. Instead of going J-Dubs, let's go Dane Joris. He's better value at 28 on Prizepicks, 34 other places, a 6 sportsbook differential, projected at 33.02, so right around where that sports line is, 5.02 differential. So really like the over on Dane Joris, and then we're grabbing the under on Swisher from M80. All right. For League of Legends, looking at just plus EV, if we look at the top of the list, we have the over on SVNS. Map 1 kills at 2.5. We are working on this right now. So League of Legends is being worked on right now because these guys playing multiple different matches is jumbling up some of the data on some of these guys, like different start times and stuff. So we're having developers match up their start time. So I'm not going to talk about any League of Legends at the moment in this video, because we're working on getting these players matched up and making sure all of their information is accurate. So hold off on LOL for now. We'll come back to that. WNBA, there's nothing up yet for WNBA. For tennis, we have Brandon Nakashima, total games of 23, over 23 on Prizepicks is what we're going to go there. And then over on Emil Ruusuvuori, Prizepicks has him at 22.5, 24.5 on other sports books, 2 differentials. So a 2 differential on Brandon, a 2 differential on Emil. Go over on both of those guys for tennis. For UFC, we don't have any EV yet. Everything's kind of even line right now. Nothing sticks out at the moment. And then we have an under on Danilo as the best soccer play. Under on Danilo for shots at 2.5, projected 1.62, a minus 0.88 differential. So let's go over, let's do a recap. So our first look at NFL for week 1. Right now, the biggest discrepancies are going to come when you look at passing yards. Daniel Jones is set at 195.5. Sportsbook lines have him two above. Projections have him at 215. That's a 19.9 differential. Trevor Lawrence passing yards at 243.5. Have him at 262 projection. That's a 2 sportsbook differential with him being at 245. And then an 18.5 projection differential for Trevor Lawrence in passing yards. Best receiver would be Travis Kelce, receiving yards 77.5. 78.5 elsewhere, a 1 sportsbook differential projected at 82.8, a 5.3 projection differential. Now, if you uncheck this, one of the big plays of the week when it comes to projection differential, remember sportsbook and Prizepicks are on the same page, so there's no sportsbook differential with some of these guys. That's why they're not green. But it could end up being a differential. These lines could adjust just based off of where this projection is. That's huge for Justin Fields. So I really like Justin Fields over 165.5 passing yards as well. That's a solid option. All right. For baseball. All right. So for baseball, we had total bases of Mickey Moniak. Is there any other way that I'd rather go now that new lines have dropped? Yeah, let's change the Mickey Moniak. Actually, let's just stick with it. Let's stick with it. I don't want to change it, but there's other values, guys. There are other good solid options like Luzardo, Drew Smiley, pitcher strikeouts at 4 against Detroit. But we're going to stick with Mickey Moniak at 0.5 total bases. And then we're going to stick to Grayson Rodriguez, pitcher strikeouts of 6, under. All right? So over on Moniak, under on Grayson Rodriguez. First inning runs tool. We had the over on the Rockies and Rays, under on the Marlins and Padres. For Csgo, we had the over on Dane Joris as our first play, and then the best under is going to be under on Swisher for M80. League of Legends, we're holding off on League of Legends right now because we're having some work done with it and making sure we match guys up properly and there's no issues with lines and shit because there's so many. The guy's playing 3 different games in one day. So we're making sure everything is good there. Hold off on LOL for now. Tennis, we have over on Brandon, over on Emil. And then UFC, no sportsbook differences yet, no EV. And for soccer, the best play is going to be under on Danilo for his shots at 2.5. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Let's get it. NFL is back, baby. Make sure you utilize that NFL tool and get some of that early value in while you can. And then as different prop types pop out, we'll take advantage of those as well. Thank you guys for joining me as always, and I'm out. Peace.